With the stage, you tend to be a little bit bigger with your actions, a little bit bigger with your emotional response. Whereas on screen with film acting, you definitely want to be more subtle. The camera will see what you're doing. The camera knows your thoughts. The camera sees everything that's going on inside your mind and with your eyes. So if you try to show the camera something, it's going to look really big. That camera will see a flicker in your eye. It'll see your thought through your eyes. So there's nothing that you need to do extra with film like you need to do on stage. Auditions are tricky in a sense that you get the sides or the script beforehand, hopefully, although sometimes you have a cold read. I like to see who my character is, what he's doing in this particular scene, what I'm trying to accomplish, if there's any conflict in there, and try and play on that. Make certain choices about my character and how I want to go about doing the scene. If you have the luxury of getting the script with the sides, read the script, because that'll give you some background and information about your character that you can use in your audition. If you don't have the luxury of getting the script, just make some strong, solid choices and go into that audition room with those choices and commit to them fully. Don't back off. Make a solid choice, commit to it, and leave the room. Keep your power as an actor. I don't really have any magic potion or secret to learning my lines. I just like to get the script and go over my lines again and again and again, and next thing I know, boom, they're stuck in my mind. And the thing with me learning my lines, I don't like to learn my lines with any emotion tied to them at that point. I like to learn them flat because I like to be able to have the ability to react more when I'm either on stage or doing a scene on film. Sometimes actors, when they learn lines, they'll learn it with a specific emotional response to that line, and that can be a bit limiting in times when you get on set or on stage and something's thrown a little bit differently and you've only learned it one way and you have to respond. And if you're doubting that or doing that, the camera will absolutely see that. And on stage, you might have a bit of a pause or it might throw you for some of the lines down the road. So I like to learn my lines just flat, and then I'll layer in the emotion later on when I'm actually acting or doing something on stage. Prime Stage does quality work, from the costume design or the stage design or the actors. They're just all about bringing quality, skilled, talented people to work on the productions. I love to see that when I first get there for the table read. You're sitting around going over the script, reading through the script. You see a little model of what the stage is going to be like that you're going to be performing on. You get measured for your costumes, and just over the course of the rehearsal process, you see everything come to life, from the actors who are growing into their roles, and then all of a sudden you got costumes, and all of a sudden you go to Tech Week and there's this beautiful stage built for you. It's just, from top to bottom, it's just a great theater company to work with because they are so concerned about the quality of their productions and doing things that people are going to respond to. My advice is, if you have that passion, you have the desire, do it. There's so many ways to start. You can do student films over at Point Park. You can do local community theater. There are a lot of ways to try and get yourself in that space and realize and see if you actually want to do this. There's just a lot of legwork that you need to do to get out there and be involved as an actor. But if you get on stage, I remember my very first acting anything. Once I got on stage and got into that performance, I realized this is something I want to be doing for my life. And just commit to it. You've got to be 100% dedicated and committed to it. If you're not, it's easy to fall by the wayside in this profession. It's easy early on as an actor to take things personally. You think, oh, well, I didn't get that part because they didn't like me personally. Well, and you have to understand that this is a business, and there's certain looks and things that are out of your control that may cause you to not get a part. And you have to learn early on to not take it personally. When I go in an audition, I go in, I prepare, I do my job, I perform for myself and for that casting director or the theater company, and I leave. And the moment I walk out that door, I forget about that audition. I'm on to the next thing, because at that point there's nothing I can do about it, and all the decisions they make are in their hands and based on what I did in that room. There have been roles, obviously, that I've really wanted that I haven't gotten, and you just learn to just move on to the next thing. I look at it in a way that role for some reason wasn't meant to be for me, and there's a role out there for everyone. You just have to take your time to find it.